Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first video since Season 5 Volume 1 was out. Safe to say I loved it and it was amazing, so I'm going to give my review episode by episode, starting off with The Crawl. We start this season off with the first 5 minutes that we already got. Not too much for me to add on there, so I'm just going to move straight on to the rest of the story. After the credits, we start with breakfast with the Byers and Wheelers. Speaking on this dynamic, I am a fan. I like them living together. I like this grouping. I like this pairing. I feel like it's a good storyline decision. I feel like it makes sense. Because where else would the Byers be staying? I don't see them in Hopper's cabin, honestly. I am kind of sad, though, with what they did with Dustin so far in episode 1. He's a little more negative than usual, but, I mean, who would have thought? We know that since Eddie passed, he's been a little different now, but moving on to the WSQK presence, I'm a big fan of that. I love the WSQK setting, I love the vibe, I love the sound effects, the music. Something I was not a fan about is Jonathan and Steve competing.
I actually think this might be a better job for Jonathan Byers.
Why are they still competing for Nancy? When, look around, there's more to be worried about. I do agree with Jonathan on that take. There's more to the life right now. Look around. Hawkins is in shambles. Vecna's still out there. We go to Elle training in the junkyard, and I'm gonna be completely honest, so far from episode 1, I'm not a big fan of Elle or Hopper. I don't know why, I'm just not feeling them. And for Joyce, they're making her more of a comedic character this season, and I don't know. I'm just not all for that. When the 4 boys go in the woods, I thought that was a cool sequence. How Will is kind of spinning in the air, and Holly's also spinning in the air. So moving on to Holly. Whole section about this. I actually love the recast. I love the plotline with her and her imaginary friend, who I already know, but I'm saving that for episode 2's review. Her imaginary friend was pretty spooky in episode 1, not there. Holly keeps talking to someone who's not there. And I will be honest, first look at this new character in the episode, Derek. I actually hated him. Speaking of new presences, moving on to the military, Dr. K I thought is an okay role so far. I'm not usually the biggest fan of military stuff, but her acting was good. I will say that though, but moving on to my main highlight of the episode. Moving on, before they start the crawl mission, I was really sad to see Dustin get beat up by the jocks. It was bloody, it was sad. I'm not happy with what they're doing with Dustin. I just need Dustin safe and sound, and I want my sweet Dustin back. But the actual crawl mission I thought was really epic and was really fun. Noah Schnapp did a phenomenal job acting when he fainted and he gave them the warning, which was very chilling. Hopper's driver was killed, and I thought that was a very cinematic moment. The cinematography was great for this episode too, by the way. And we also learned that Will can see through demo vision, which is a very key point throughout the season and a very cool feature that I say. But we get this chilling warning from Will.
It's coming for them.
For who? Who's them?
And then we end the episode off with the Demogorgon coming through Holly's room. Perfect cliffhanger to episode 2. Overall, I was pretty pleased with this opening episode. It was a great episode for just the first of the season. I'm going to rate it a 8 out of 10. I didn't think there was a whole lot that was special, but I thought it was a really strong start. So overall, The Crawl pleased me, and that's my review for episode 1. Stay tuned for episode 2, 3, and 4, and my breakdown of the season. Ending the video, here's some reviews from people who commented on my channel, so shout out to them if you're in the video.